Welcome to the Cosmos Joe channel. This is going to be an overview about NOLUS protocol, something that's been on my radar for a really long time. It's an innovative application built within Cosmos, and NOLUS offers a DeFi lease, which is kind of like a traditional lease, but now it's been applied to the crypto world. After demonstrating some of the basics, I'll give my commentary about why I was interested in this in the first place. And if you like being one of the first to find out about these exciting new applications, or maybe you like hearing about tokens before all of your friends, this is definitely the channel for you. Straight information. So subscribe below, but let's get to the meat of the video. Here's NOLUS. The website is app.nolus.io. And the first thing you'll notice is that I really don't have any tokens here. This is a dummy wallet that I use for demonstrations. So the first part of this demonstration will be how to get tokens onto the platform so we could begin. Well, quick disclaimer, this is a sponsored video by the Atom Accelerator DAO. I'm covering NOLUS because as part of the grant that I received, I have to cover Cosmos content, which I love doing. And NOLUS is actually going to launch in the Atom Economic Zone on the consumer chain called Neutron, which I did a previous video for. If you're interested in Neutron and how the Cosmos um, consumer chains work, I'll link that down below as well. But let's move some tokens on here. Over here, I have a little button called transfer. I'm going to use Atom, so I'll click transfer. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring my Atom tokens. Oh, network, I have to choose Cosmos Hub. My Atom tokens are on the Cosmos Hub. I want to bring them to the NOLUS network. And you can see I've got 4 Atom there. So yeah, I'll just bring 4 Atom over. Let me leave some for gas. I'll do 3.9, you know. Always afraid to get stuck without gas. And it's going to go to my NOLUS address. If you notice the fee is paid in Atom, this is an IBC transaction, so it will take a couple of seconds. I'll confirm I'm using Leap Wallet. The low gas option is fine, and it should go through in about 30 seconds. While that's going through, notice I don't have any NOLUS tokens, and NOLUS is its own blockchain. It has its own gas fees. So I already know that I have some NOLUS tokens on Osmosis. I swapped Atom for NOLUS earlier. I'll do the same thing. I'll click transfer and I could bring some NOLUS tokens. You see, it gives me the Osmosis option. I'll bring 34 or so NOLUS tokens over. And I like keeping a little bit of tokens on every blockchain where I do business. Usually in Cosmos, you can get away with, 25 cents to a dollar, but that's it. 2 IBC transactions. Now we're ready to get cooking with the DeFi lease. You could see that my assets have arrived. I mentioned it was an IBC transfer. That means that tokens are going from one chain to another. So it's really a cross-chain transaction using IBC and takes under a minute. When NOLUS becomes an application on a Cosmos consumer chain, this is going to be streamlined quite a bit. And you'll even have options pretty soon to pay the gas in tokens other than NOLUS, which I think is going to be great. I'll definitely use this and maybe do another video when it does launch on Neutron sometime this month, it looks like. But right now, you could see my Atom balance is about four Atom tokens, 4.3. And you could see that it gives me an option to lease here, and when I move my mouse away, it says lease up to 6.48. So it's kind of like a traditional lease, and what I mean by that is you could take a position in a token for more than what you actually have. Traditionally, you'd have to if you wanted a position in Atom, you have to buy all of the Atom. That's not what happens here, and I'll show you exactly how to get involved. Here's my lease page. I have to put down a down payment. right? This is the deposit required to leverage the desired asset. And I call this light leverage, right? You have to be bullish to take advantage of this. We're entering decent market times right now. So, yeah, I could use a variety of different assets, including some bridged USDC, some wrapped Bitcoin bridged over, or I could use liquid staking derivatives. I have Atom. That's what I just brought over. So I'm going to take some light leverage on 100% of my Atom. And look, nice little slider here. And look what happens. I have 4.3 Atom, but my position size is showing 10.73. I have it all the way to the right. Big key point here. The interest, it's interest free until January 31st, right? So this 17%, it's crossed out. I'm getting this getting to play with this a little bit for free in terms of the interest, which is pretty cool. And then it tells me my liquidation trigger. What's interesting about NOLUS is that you don't get liquidated all at once. You get liquidated in stages. So my first liquidation trigger would happen after a 33% dip in Atom token price. And yeah, right now Atom is about 11 bucks. It would have to go down to $7.35 for me to feel that first liquidation, the partial liquidation. I'm going to go ahead and open the position here, and it says leave a small amount of NOLUS tokens to pay for subsequent transactions. I took care of that. I brought over about 2 bucks. I mean, it's pennies to do transactions in Cosmos, so I'm not worried about it. I'll confirm. Should take about a minute or two. My wallet is popping up, which you can't see, and I use Leap Wallet. Here we go. It's processing. Success, success. The transactions are usually a success. Let's let's keep going. Now, before I get to my own commentary about NOLUS, I just want to point out and demonstrate how the earn page works. Again, this is the app. I clicked earn. There is a tab that you can't see, and there are two ways you could actually earn a yield. The first way is by depositing USDC. That's Axelar USDC. It's a stable coin, and you can get 10% yield on your stable coin plus another 12% in NLS tokens. NLS, right? The NLS token is the layer one staking token for the NOLUS network. And what can you do with that? Well, you could stake it and you can get another 13.25% yield. If I click this button here, I'll stake half of them just to demonstrate. It's about $1. And it gives you a little warning here. I wouldn't breeze over the warnings if it's your first time. If it's your first time using this, I like that they do give you a warning about keeping some tokens on the platform for gas. And here you go. I could have chose my own validator. I didn't. It looks like they have streamlined this. If you want to just click, 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 you don't care who you delegate with. That's cool. But I could have down here manually chosen the validators. It would bring me to another UI and I could do it that way. But there you go. That's the end of my demonstration. Let's get to what I actually think and what got me interested in this protocol in the first place. All right, let's wrap this up with what I think about the protocol. So, NOLUS. Number one, you could see that my portfolio value is a lot more than what we started with. That's because it includes the position that I just took on Atom, right? I longed Atom with a little bit of leverage. This is part of my portfolio. So, I didn't lock up an excessive amount of tokens. And that's one problem that NOLUS has solved, which is the over collateralization issue. It's more capital efficient. There's less unnecessary locking up of assets in smart contracts. So that's a good thing. More money for you. It's user focused. The loans are denominated in stable coins and they can be paid back in multiple ways, right? You can bring new capital onto the platform, start paying off your position. You could also use the realized upside to start paying back your position, which I think is great for users. Um, it's not surprising that TVL is going up on the platform. They recently crossed the 4 million TVL threshold, and I think this is only going to go higher from here. This is a great app in the Cosmos ecosystem. It's not redundant at all. It's user friendly. The NLS token, by the way, it has a burn mechanism. The platform itself is not completely reliant on inflation. There's a replenishing of incentives mechanism where uh, it's not only new emissions going to the people who use the platform. So there's that. Finally, this is going to be in the Atom Economic Zone. It's a Cosmos, true Cosmos application. Yes, they have their own blockchain, but they're going to be on Neutron, like I mentioned earlier. It's leveraging that Cosmos interoperability, right? It's cross chain enabled. And I think that we're moving to a place where good applications will be found on multiple chains, and it will be in a manner that's not fracturing the liquidity because we have IBC. Finally, the fact that the denominations aren't stable coins, it's easier for users like me who don't play with leverage all the time, right? I'm blocked, geo blocked from using almost every perps platform. But if my if the denominations are in stable coins, I could assess the risk a little bit easier than normal. On Ethereum, things are priced in Ethereum, right? Well, here you could have fluctuating tokens, or layer one tokens are traditionally volatile in the Cosmos ecosystem. But yeah, I like that I could assess my risk easily because I'm dealing with nice numbers. In this case, it's USD, which is what I like to see when I jump on one of these platforms. That's it. That's the video. Thanks for sticking it out. If we've been talking for a while, you know that I do like this platform quite a bit. I like the team. They're great. So I'll link other videos I've made down below. I'll also put all the pertinent links, including the Block Explorer and all that, down below. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. But yeah, good luck. And if you're bullish, you have an appetite for risk, and you want to play with some light leverage, NOLUS is the protocol for you.